what you call a Sith Lord with joint pain, Darthritis. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, and tonight we're going to discuss macroeconomic developments in post-Cold War Germany. Sorry? Okay, so we're going to shave. So, sorry about that. Could have been interesting, and I know a lot of you tuned in for the theory part. I've got a new razor today. Won this at an auction on the Swedish eBay. This one is from Sheffield. It's really old. It's what is it? N and R Dodge. I can't remember. Yes, N and R Dodge in Sheffield. There you go. So it's a wedge, probably original all the way through. That's a lead spacer. Those let's see if we can get a zoom on the pins and the washers. Well, not very good, but they're brass and they will be original. It's probably a horn. Yeah, probably. Yeah, those will be horn scales. This has been refurbished quite aggressively. I don't know if it was done by the guy who sold it or not. You can see it's been polished by a wheel of some sort, probably with greaseless compound. And I've renovated quite a few razors just like that, and it's all good provided you cool down the razor very, very regularly. As soon as it gets even slightly warm, you need to cool it down in the glass of ice water, basically. But it's been quite aggressive. You can see some heavy rust that's been polished away, so that will be good. That's not active rust. And there's an edge on it. And again, I don't know if someone's honed it after that aggressive polish. And it cuts arm hair, so I don't think I'd be very surprised if it shaves well, but it has an edge, so we'll see. I'll try that. I have a backup just in case, because I've never purchased a razor you can actually shave with where it didn't say shave ready. I can see now the scale is broken here. Shouldn't be too bad, but I need to be careful because I don't want to, I could take it apart and I can mend this. I could with epoxy and a bit of thin plastic or something. But I don't want to, because I want to keep the washers. Look, it's been, why doesn't it focus? It's been peened in very, very nicely. So, we'll see. We'll shave with that. Probably won't work, but if it doesn't, we'll send it off to Hornmeister Gudmundsson. The soap is Mitchell's Woolfat. The soap is from Yorkshire, and the razor is from Yorkshire. The brush is from America. This is Grey Dog's Full Moon Synthetic. I'm going to squeeze out all the water, start really dry. The sad thing is that the razor doesn't work, and I really don't think it will. I have a double-edged safety razor as a backup. So that's a jump back to reality. Yeah, you want to load quite a bit. This is a hard soap, very hard, and you want to load heavily, because why not? Plus, when it comes to this soap, it's actually important to load quite a bit of it. This should do. This should be plenty. Scooping up some of the suds. So when you start with Mitchell's wool fat, no matter how dry the brush, I have soap on the handle and it's a slippery, slopey soap. No matter how dry the brush is, you typically always get a bit of foam, although not very much this time around. So I managed to squeeze out the water very well, and I would recommend that really dry brush. I mean, you can load super wet, and you can get a lather out of that. Just takes a bit longer. So this is already toothpaste like, and that's when it's good. That's when you can start building the lather. And I do that by adding a bit of water, adding quite a bit of water, and I typically add a few times over. So that's a lot of water, and you can see it's now translucent, very wet, and then I work the lather. And this is a soap where you quickly build up quite a bit of volume. It's already pretty good. Do the same thing on the other side. It's already good lather, so beautiful. I really like this soap. Always enjoy shaving with it. Look at that. It's not quite done, but it's well underway. So you can shave with this. This is just fine. Can you see how nice and thick that is? And very peaky, and no bubbles. Now that's good. Or should I go another round, more water? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can destroy it, shall we? You can load less soap, and then it's a quicker process. But it's so boring when you find out you don't quite have enough. You know, you can always do a shave with it, but you don't quite have enough, and it's just such a drag. Well, you know, you can play around with it for a while. Build even more volume. That's what you want. Just make sure you keep it nice and dense. Yep, pretty good. Spectacular lather. Okay, you can fast forward now, because I'm gonna add another pretty big coat of water, just because why the hell not? It's fun. Shaving is supposed to be fun, and it is. I'm adding heaps and heaps of water. Actually, that's quite enough. So you don't really have to work it too much. Few bubbles, not many. It's just nice to get it, to whip it around to make sure you get a good blend, a good mix of soap and water. Let's see if it's peaky. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. Let's go with that. It's a very voluminous soap. So what I risk doing when I add so much water is adding too much. So a few bubbles. But hey, why not? Why not? Why not take a perfect lather and add more water to it just to see if you can ruin it? Okay, let's give this a spin. No, that doesn't work. It was a fun idea. So we're gonna get that sent off to. I really don't want to use a DE. I really don't want to. I'll use the old WEC again, the WEC 6-2 blade. Something about Mitchell's Wolfat and a D that doesn't go well together. That's what I think anyway. Okay. Oh, that's a different story. So WEC 6-2 blade. This one is called Style A for some reason. And got a Kismet blade in it. I think I'm up to 20 shaves probably. See if the lather will fall off the razor. Oh yes. Oh. There you go. It's got soap everywhere. So with Mitchell's, you can shave with this toothpaste type of lather you get when you finish loading the soap from the brush onto the face, and that works just fine. You know, it's as slick as this lather is, I think. This just has way more water in it. There's no soap I enjoy playing around with more than Mitchell's Wolfat. So it's my favorite soap. The scent isn't much to write home about. Smells. Actually, today I didn't get any smell because sometimes the nose is not perfect, or I'm getting down with a cold or something. When I do smell it, it smells like, you know, sheep. Little bit like sheep, or the skin of the sheep when it's been to the slaughters and you get the skin back. So I grew up with sheep skin as rugs. We had that everywhere because my grandparents had kept sheep most of the time. So we had loads of those at home. And it smells a bit the same, but also, you know, like soap a bit, but you know, it smells clean, like clean sheep's skin. So everyone has, yeah, there you go. I hope this razor is possible to get a good edge on. I definitely think it's possible, provided it wasn't ruined by heat when it was polished too much on those wheels. So unless you know very well how to do it, you know, don't use polishing wheels on a straight razor, especially I think if it's a carbon steel. Razor, because the hardening of the steel gets messed up. And it gets messed up at low temperatures, you know, way before it's too hot to hold in your hand, way before that. I mean, you want to put it in ice water before it gets, before it's warm. Keep it cool all the time. It makes the process longer, but you gotta do it, because if you ruin the hardening, you ruin it. And this might be ruined. And then it's $35 euros down the toilet. But if it works, I will get a beautiful piece of art and history that I can shave with for $35. So that's something. This is one of the wetter leathers I've shaved with in a long time. You know, but it still is quite stable. You know, it doesn't dissipate much. The wick, in terms of shaving performance, the wick is my favorite razor. Well, I have two wicks, the other ones equally good. I don't use it very much. This is a little bit nicer to hold, because the other one is a med prep, you know, actually used in hospitals to shave hair off the body before treatment, before surgery. So it's stainless steel, and it's too heavy, the balance is off. Because this piece is very light. It's aluminium, and the blade, and it's light, and the blade is light too. And this is plastic, nice plastic. It's pretty. And then the med prep. That's not it. I don't know where it is. The scales are much heavier, much. But always fun to play around with the Mitchell's wool fat. I have Pinot Clubman aftershave. That will do the honors. It was a good burn. to let you know you shaved. Ah, good stuff, good shave, I enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, I'll see you soon, stay sharp.